Hi, this is Paul from globaltrainingsoftware.com, and this is an educational video for the Thinkorswim platform tutorial on mainly using the harmonic patterns, but also using other indicators within our day trading bundle to get more aggressive entries on this type of strategy. So first of all, this is oil. I'm going to be looking at the trade from Friday the 21st of May, but before I do that, when you're coming into Friday, for example, framing your chart with previous support and resistance zones is very important to understand where that behavior potentially could turn it back down, form some sort of resistance, that sort of thing. So it helps you work out the risk to reward. So this is oil on the 15-minute time frame, and going back to the beginning of the week here, excuse the bells, that's alerts on my trading, we have good support here, and then we come up and test resistance in that same area. So we've got a lot of confluence here. So that's that top support and resistance zone there, just below $65. And then Tuesday and Thursday presents us a really good zone here, where we've got the big pivot rejection down here that comes back up again. That forms the top of this zone, and then we've got a big pivot rejection here, which forms the bottom of the zone. We've pushed that through there. And then when we come to sort of Wednesday, Thursday, we get the price action coming to test our EMA cloud here. Comes back down and finds great support here, then support again, and then we test it from the underside with resistance here. So we've got a real good support and resistance zone in this third one. So that helps us frame the chart for the day. Friday trades on oil. So what we're looking for next is what happens with the harmonic pattern. So it's totally automatic. So it identifies a butterfly pattern. It colors it in green, giving you an idea that the resulting trade is bullish. It completes in the automated completion zone, which is critical really for this trade. So the automated completion zone here is made up of a mixture of, it's a big word again, confluences, but in reality it's overlaps of fib retracements of fib extensions for this D pivot to complete. So you can imagine, I'm not going to go through it all, it's way too complicated, but the software does it all for you. But during this harmonic pattern, we look at fib retracements and extensions from different pivots, and where the most confluence of lines are, whether they're the 618s and the 382s, and from those different measurements, where that real cluster of confluences are, that's what gives us this high probability completion zone. And when it completes in there, it's a high probability move. So this is the 15-minute time frame. If we were to take this trade, first of all, the price action's got to get through our EMA cloud. So that's 34 EMA right there. Now, for me, clearing these two pivots, okay, which is the A pivot and then the C pivot, is my conservative entry on this 15-minute. So the entry would be 62.37. The stop is one tick below these lows. So that's an $820 risk. What about the reward here? So to this first resistance zone, we're risking $820 to potentially win $820, and that may be okay for some people, because when we're using this EMA cloud to manage our trades, you can see here as we're approaching this, the EMA cloud's coming through, and we're actually going risk-free here anyway. So when this price action, this candle's testing into this zone, you can see that here bottom of the EMA cloud just coming through the entry there, so we'll be risk-free, and that happens quite a lot. To the next support and resistance zone, we are 1 to 2. Okay, so that's potentially $820 risk for potential $1,640 reward. Very, very good. Now, one thing I like to do is look at multiple time frames. I'm lucky, I have plenty of monitors, so I've got the 15, 30, and 60 on one monitor. I have the 5, 3, and 1 on the other, and all that sort of thing. So I'm looking at when this pattern completes on the 15-minute, what's happening on the 5-minute? Is there something that will give me a slightly more aggressive entry? This is conservative, and I'm happy. but can I get a better risk to reward up to that first resistance zone by reducing that initial risk, getting in a little bit earlier? So I'm just going to pause the video here and drag over the 5-minute chart. Before I do that, just to remind you, the butterfly pattern finished and it's automatic, live. Every time you get a new low, it adjusts, it finishes in the automated completion zone. It's coloured in green. You should be going long, but it's getting that entry strategy that's important. So we just discussed that conservative entry strategy for that long. And as it happens, that was a $1,640 win on Friday afternoon. That was a great trade. It sort of entered Friday morning European time and continued to go, hit those highs at this resistance here, and you know, right near the close it was that 200% profit times risk. But let's have a look at that 5-minute chart. Okay, so then this is the 5-minute chart, and we can see actually at that same pivot we had a CRAB pattern complete. Okay, it completed in the automated completion zone, good. But what we get is, using our xBratAlgo, we get a 5 and a 6 star buy here. We're above the divergence cloud, and when we're using our the EMA cloud, when we're using our divergence cloud, these green and red clouds here, we can set the candles and it'll show you whether it's negative or positive cloud early. So these candles are green, they're not normal green candles. You can see all these are red and they were up and down candles. So we're going green. It's almost like a bias indicator, if you like. This was our entry from the 15-minute. Now, with an xBratAlgo, we'd like to go above the high of this 5-star candle. The high there is a 62.19, so a 62.20 would be the entry here. And I'm going to put it in a different color. So that's the 62.20 entry, more aggressive, just above these pivots here as well, so I'm pretty good. Again, it's about reducing that initial risk for a potential higher reward. Now this risk would be risking $650 for this more aggressive entry by using this multiple time frame strategy. Remember, this is a high probability trade anyway. Not only have you got a harmonic pattern completed on the 15-minute in the automation completion zone, you've got a different type of harmonic pattern completing on the 5-minute. Then you've got the xBratAlgo signal saying 5 and 6 star buy. They're the highest probability moves. Your entry was at 62.20, so you're risking less and you're getting in more aggressively. Let's work out that risk to reward now. So use the fib extension for this. So we're going to put it on 61.55, then we're going to put it on our entry at 62.20. What I'm going to do is colour them all the same colour on this, the new one at 62.20. So I'm going to edit those properties. I'm going to take the 0.5 off, and then I'm going to change them all to cyan, just so you can differentiate those. So now, with that more aggressive entry, the 100% is all the way down here before we even get to that resistance zone. We're about 1 to 1.5 into here, into this first resistance zone, and we are 1 to 3 now here. So we're risking $650 for a potential, here around about $1,000. And then to the next resistance zone, and that's where it went to at the time. I'm not saying that's how it goes. I'm not got a crystal ball, but we're $650, nearly $2,000 profit here for getting that more aggressive entry. So you've got options with this day trading bundle to, as long as you understand that multiple time frame behavior, and you've got both those, got those charts on your screens. You can make some real great decisions whether to go conservative at that 62.37, which again from that butterfly pattern on the 15-minute was a sensible conservative entry, and in majority of cases that's the right way to go. But if you want to risk less, get more aggressive entry here, the 62.20 going down to the 5-minute, not just with the harmonic pattern but with the xBratAlgo signals as well. You've got a hell of a lot of evidence saying this is a high probability move here, and this is a good good move across multiple time frames, and I'm going to go aggressive. Then to manage this trade, use the EMA cloud. Can see how it comes back to test? Never breaks through. Never breaks through. Hits the next resistance zone, and this is 17:45 p.m. European time. You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tests on this 5 minutes. It's a sign to take your profit Friday afternoon and get out. If you don't, it comes back down, closes below the EMA cloud. That's the time to get out at that point as well. So remember, with the day trading bundle, that we are either getting signals from the harmonic or the xBrat, or both, harmonic then xBrat. We're getting confirmation from the divergence cloud, and more importantly, we're getting that trade management from the EMA cloud, which works extremely well in all situations here. You know, the 34 is the default setting, and to be honest, I use that pretty much all the time, unless I have a real big parabolic move, and then I may adjust or put a second one on the chart at 21 EMA, that EMA cloud there. So hopefully this has helped. It's not a long video, but the idea of this software is to enable you to have everything automated on the chart there, so you can identify that. And with the 15-minute time frame on your main chart, you can also set the alerts to come in on different time frames. It tells you that there's something, a Gartley, a bat, a butterfly, a crab has actually formed. So you can have those alerts on your watch list with Thinkorswim as well, to alert you, hey, so, you know, this particular instrument on this time frame, there's a harmonic pattern complete. And then obviously you can make those decisions and go through the same process that I did. Look down those time frames. What's happening? Wow, yes. We've got a butterfly on the 15-minute, we've got a crab on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, I've now printed those xBratAlgo signals, so it's all a double up, turbo boost. Got confirmation, I want to be more aggressive or I want to be more conservative with the entry. That's your decision. But then use the same trade management strategy on the EMA cloud. For me, I would always go reasonably aggressive and use that EMA cloud on the 5-minute when we get this big move. But also you can be a little bit more gentle. You know, if you'd have carried that over, it would have opened up pretty well and made a slight bit more money. But carrying over the futures over a weekend is a recipe for disaster. Hopefully this helps. Simplified harmonic patterns, get those signals, get the confirmations. Entry strategy, always look left, and then trade management, the EMA cloud. Hopefully this quick Thinkorswim tutorial has helped. Speak to you all really soon.